What is going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. Hope you guys are doing phenomenal tonight, man. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. Hope everyone is looking forward to a great New Year's weekend. You guys know what time it is, baby. Time for a live 2023 fantasy football mock draft. A way too early 2023 fantasy football mock draft with you guys, with the Catch fam. You guys have enjoyed doing these on Friday nights. They've been kind of requested by you guys to keep doing this. So keeping up with the Friday night tradition here at the channel. We're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to, of course, talk some fantasy football. Any Week 17 fantasy Q&A is welcome in the live chat. But we're going to run through a little 2023 fantasy football and mock draft. Gonna have some fun. Gonna talk some fantasy football. So hit that like button on the way in, guys. Hit that subscribe button, of course, if you are new to the channel. And hop in the live chat. Let me know what's popping, guys. Let me know what you guys need for Week 17, championship week for most of us. And let's have some fun. Let's throw together a little bit of a mock here tonight. All right. So we're full. So you guys know how we usually do this. Once it's full, we're going to go ahead and set the draft order here. Everyone gets a random spot. There you go. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Marco in the house. What's up, bro? Glad that you get to draft with us tonight, man. Let's go. Let's go. Godfather's in the house. Let's get it, man. Andrea, hello, hello. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. What's up, Tox? Tox, I'm excited to have you tonight, man. What's up, bro? Emil, what's going on? Great to have you as always. Looks like you got 1.1. Ghost Hunter in the house. Let's go. Guys, so give me a thumbs up in the chat. I think we're pretty much all here, and we can probably kick off whenever. I might give it a minute or so just to give everyone a chance, but we've mainly got green dots here, and I've seen most of you guys in the chat, so I think we're good to go, which is good. So Ghost Hunter, what's up, man? Albert, what's going on? Talks, my championship team's running backs are rough. I know you saw this on Discord, man. Which you had Henry and Pollard, right? Tough. Mostart, Bam, Knight, and Mack are the only ones only ones left. I think you go Knight and Mostart, right? You have to, right? J-Dubs, what's up, man? Who do you think is going to be number one in the 2023 draft? Probably Eckler or CMC. A lot of running back will shift teams in the offseason, so that could impact things. I could always see JJ going, or hell, I could see Kelsey going. Godfather, hope you are doing well. Hope the fam is well. Safe weekend to you as well, my guy. J-Dubs, I'm on the draft. I'm mobile. Won't be able to chat and draft. No worries, man. No worries, bro. Yeah, it's a tough week for Week 17, Andrea. All right, Tox is ready. Godfather says CMC is still my guy. J-Dub says JJ at number 1. Oh, Ghost Hunter. I meant the actual draft. I haven't quite looked yet. I'm not. This one of my goals this offseason is to be a little bit more up to date with like college player rankings going into the season. So, especially with starting Dynasty and stuff. So, I need to do my homework. It's on my agenda. All right, you guys want to start? I'm going to kick off in 1 minute. 11:35 p.m. I'm starting the draft, whether you guys are ready or not. Rain or shine. Get your mouse ready. Get your keyboard ready. Get your phone ready. Let's do this thing. Let's see. Albert says JJ or CMC. Sorry, Ghost Hunter. I always have fantasy on my mind, bro. Godfather, ready to draft. Just won't be able to chat and draft. No worries. No worries. Yeah, I was going to say Bryce Young, Albert, but I don't want to, like I said, I haven't done enough of my homework, so I don't want to give a non-confident answer. Charlie, I think Jalen Carter or Will Anderson rather than one of the young quarterbacks. Charlie, what's up, man? Good to have you tonight, bro. Ghost Hunter says everyone was saying Bryce Young, but I don't think it's 100% guarantee anymore. Oh, 11:35. All right, we're starting. Emil, get ready. We're doing this thing. Turn the sound off. All right, let's do it. I'm at 1.7. Wait, why is the noise still going on? Oh, because I have this on 2 screens. Okay. RS German in the house at 1.2. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Talk says, not really any real reason for Houston to go a different direction. I guess they do kind of need a QB, right? Jason says, JJ undisputed 1.1. No question. Albert likes Jalen Carter to the Bears. Praise in the house. What's good, bro? What's up? What's up? Andrea at 1.12. I feel like Andrea always gets 1.12 in these drafts. All right, Tox takes JT at 1.5. So far in the mocks, that's the earliest we've seen JT go. But we got Eckler, JJ, CMC, Chase, and JT off of the board. All right, I got to look at who I want to draft. I feel like the first 2 mocks we've done, I've had pretty early picks. So this might go a little bit different. Maybe not. I don't know. Man. I'm kind of freaking out now. Michael got hit with the auto pick. There's so many running backs that are like such big question marks next year. You know? I feel like I have to go running back here. But it's tough. Some receivers I like floating around here. Keep in mind, guys, forgot to go over this. Well, here, I'll make this draft pick first. Nothing too crazy here. It's between 2 guys right here for me. I'm going to go Saquon. Saquon or Josh Jacobs for me right there. Man, if Jacobs isn't a Raider next year and goes to, like, the right team... I don't know. He'll be fine with the Raiders, I think. But, like, I don't know. Jacobs in a different offense could be crazy. Oh, this is what I was going to say. Sorry. Roster format. Kelsey was the other player I almost took there. It was really Barkley, Jacobs, or Kelsey for me right there. Or there's one receiver who I won't name, just in case. 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, a flex, kicker, defense, 5 bench spots for tonight's mock. Of course, the rankings are not updated because Sleeper hasn't updated from last year because we're still in the fantasy season and everything. So make sure you guys are kind of making a queue, looking through players, looking at who's available, searching players, and keeping up with things because, like I said, rankings are not updated whatsoever. So make sure you guys are peeling through your potential draft selections. All right, first round wraps up with Cup, Lamb, and Cook. Man, Lamb's having this very solid season. Wide receiver 5. He's a little bit ahead right now because he is 1 game up on everyone, but still, CD's having a great year, man. All right, Stephon Diggs starts the 2nd round. Talks, I guess I'll hope for a bounce back year from JT. Yeah, Tyreek Hill was the other player I was looking at 1.7. I mean, it's a great pick there, JJ or J-Dubs. I might as well call J-Dubs JJ, right? But yeah, Lamb with Hill next year would be beautiful start to draft. Charlie, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to have you tonight, bro. Thomas, what's good, bro? Can't join much tonight, but listening in at work. We appreciate you, bro. Hope work's going okay with you, man. Talks, Derrick Henry just isn't excited. I know, right? He always slides back a little. You know, everyone always wants to pass on him. You kind of get, like, year to year, the same year out of Henry, you know? Kenobi, what's up, bro? Guess he's resurfaced after losing to Evan Ingram in a win or go home week 14. Uh-oh. What's up, Kenobes? Pollard gone. Adams gone. I have no idea what I'm doing for 2023. A CMC still projected high. I would say in the mocks we've done so far, you know, it's been Eckler, JJ, and CMC at the top 3. After that, there hasn't been much consistency. We've seen guys like Kelsey go really early. We've seen Jacobs go pretty early. We've seen Hill go pretty early. But you see, like in this draft, like Jacobs at 1.8, Kelsey at 1.9, Hill at 2.2. We, you know, at a point saw Adams go pretty early. Like, you know, I mean, really, the first mock we did was like week 14. So right after that 37.7 point game, you know, it's that's the interesting thing about doing mocks is like at this point in the season is a lot of what's currently happening impacts, you know, where players are going and stuff. You know what I mean? All right, so I was hoping A.J. Brown would fall here. That's who I really wanted. It's a good pick, Ghost Hunter. So I've got to take a look here. Oh, it's just ugly, man. It's not ugly. I just always say that. I think I'm going to go double RB here. I'm going to go double running back. Some pretty good running backs available, too. I'll just go Mixon. Boring pick. Give me Mixon. Toxic completely forgot Jacobs existed. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, with how far back Jacobs is ranked, like, it's a good example of, like, you just kind of got to scroll around and take a look. Kind of interesting to see JT still go in the first round here, especially in such a struggling offense. Yeah, like I said, you know, so far in the mocks we've done, he's gone late first round or early second round. But it's a nice thing with mocking with you guys and mocking with a lot of different people, right? Is people have their own convictions, have their own reasons for drafting certain players. And Tox is definitely one of those guys. He's going to go out and get players he's confident in. So, you know, JT goes at 1.5 tonight. All right, let's see. Ghost Hunter says those were my two guys as well. God probably knows what's up, for sure. Getting Cup back-to-back was very interested in Kelsey, though. Cup at 1.10 is definitely interesting. Talks like Najee in the second. Jacobs betting on a rookie quarterback next year. Could be an interesting move. Yeah, that's the thing. Kenobi is no rookies are in here yet. It'd be interesting once they do add rookies for sure. Marco, that was difficult. Not was considering going 0 RB, but not really liking picking from 10 so far. We'll see what happens, man. Oh, second tight end off the board in Mark Andrews. First quarterback off the board in Josh Allen. Tatum says, where will Jacobs go? Talk says, I would imagine 5 to 10 overall. Yeah, I think the biggest question, and Talk's adding that would have been my pick if I saw him. Yeah. Like, only reason I went Barkley over Jacobs is just like I said, we just don't exactly know where Jacobs is going to be next year. Does that really impact him at all? It could. You know? It might not at all. He could be a Raider next year. They might be cleaning house. I mean, Carr's gone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think more than likely wherever Jacobs goes, he's gonna be productive though. All right, Breece Hall's gone. Good pick here. Wondering he would go. Pollard or ETN next year? Well, once again, you know, I think Pollard's got to be a Cowboy next year, right? But Pollard will be a free agent next year. So he could be on a different squad. Could really change his landscape. But if he's a Cowboy, probably pretty early. I mean, he's your RB6 right now, you know. So, probably pretty early. All right, the running back sweep has begun. Mahomes, Allen, and Hurts gone. Swift is gone as well. Not going to lie. Kind of wanted to, you know, make a move on Hurts there, but it is what it is. There's so many weird receivers right now. So many weird situations. I think I'm going to switch it up tonight. I'm going to go triple RB. I'll take Kenneth Walker here. Go triple RB and see how this draft goes out. Now, if Hurts was available, I definitely would have gone Hurts here. For sure. So, like, wanted Brown at 2.6, missed him. Wanted Hurts at 3.7, missed him. We'll see what happens. Switch it up. Who do you guys like more as a player, Jamar or Jefferson? Ooh. I like both of them a lot, man. Oh. Oh, I really like both those guys. A lot of similarities, too. Maybe Jamar because I like the connection between Burrow and Chase. Like, I like Joe Burrow is probably arguably my favorite quarterback in the league, so maybe I go Chase here. But JJ is like, I mean, JJ's that guy, you know. Thomas, I went Cup, Lamb 1-2 this year, but ended up trading Cup before injury. Good move by you, man. Pretty good way to start the draft, too. Andrew, my home league is like that. Pick who they like. Yeah, a lot of our personal leagues out there are like that for sure. Barkley is more involved in the passing game than Jacobs. It's true. I mean, like, right now, I mean, Jacobs is your RB3, but kind of fading off here at the end of the season. Barkley's your RB5. Not too far, kind of in a, you know, more competitive game scripts here as the Giants are fighting for that playoff spot and everything. So I am interested, like, especially if Jacobs has a bad game this week against the Niners, like most people expect, where he finishes at the end of the year. Like, does he keep that RB3 spot? Or do guys like Barkley, I don't know who's behind him. I was going to say, I think just Eckler and CMC are in front of him. So Henry was 4, so Henry missed this week, so he won't finish in front of him. So you probably realistically only have Barkley because Pollard sat 2. He's RB6. So Pollard's probably the only guy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I looked at ETN. Chubb's RB7. Like, a massive game, like a, you know, like what Cam Akers did last week out of, like, Chubb or who was next up? Mixon? He's RB11 now. Oh, Stevenson's up there. He's RB8. They have a big enough game they could get in there. But Barkley's probably your most likely. We'll see. But, I mean, Jacob's still a top 5 running back at the end of the season, so does it really matter? Probably not. All right, 4th round, we got James Conner and Pierce off the board. Shout out to my boy James Conner. Jacobs will be a Dolphin next year. That'd be interesting. Don't let Pitts get to 4.8. He probably will be there. Burrow's gone. Ghost Hunter, I was going to take Walker there. My bad, bro. I think Chase is more athletic overall, but JJ is so damn good. What's up, Cannon? Airplanes all the way. All right, let's see. Man, I kind of wanted Burrow here. Going Fields. I got to get a QB before they're gone. Quarterbacks are really interesting at this point. Looking at next year, you know. I mean, I really think these are your top guys, right? Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, Fields are probably your top 5 going into next year. But then you've got this really interesting range. You got Herbert, really disappointed this year after being QB2 last year. He's probably going to finish Oh no, he's QB11 right now. You got Lamar Jackson. You got Kyler Murray, who's supposed to be ready by next year. You got Prescott. You got Tua. You got a lot of quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence is probably up there too. But yeah, then you got guys like that really disappointed this year who are kind of question marks next year. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Stafford. You got the Niners quarterback room, probably Trey Lance. Depends on how Purdy plays. Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, Danny Dimes, Deshaun Watson, Geno Smith, Jared Goff. I don't know, man. You're going to have some rookies sprinkled in there, too. Should be interesting. I think it's going to be a little bit closer quarterback next year. Did you guys see Jair Alexander's comments about JJ? I will say, I like Jair Alexander a lot as a player, but anytime he, talks about opposing receivers, it gets kind of I don't know. I think he kind of takes it a little bit too far sometimes. And I usually don't mind that, I never really frowned upon, the way Ramsey had handled things in the past, for example, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a cornerback trying to get in. I mean, I'm cool with it, I guess. Trying to get into the head of a player like JJ before the game, but it probably won't mean anything. I think you just kind of give JJ his props and move on about your week, But, Jair's going to do his thing. He's a beast, so. I can try and find the quote. Yeah, Albert sums it up here. Basically said JJ's week 1 performance against Packers was a fluke, Mac Nasty, what's good, bro? Struggling between London, Dillon, and Watson in the flex. I think if Watson's healthy, you go Christian Watson. Just too good of a matchup against the Vikings. But if he's not, I'd probably go A.J. Dillon. London's interesting. I just don't know how high the ceiling is there. But he's certainly interesting. If it's my roster and Watson's healthy, I'm going Watson for sure. Not even close. And I really like A.J. Dillon this week as well. So I think you're in a pretty good spot, my guy. Playoffs, championship. Don't overthink it. Trust your gut. It'll be all right. His best game was against the Vikings for a while. So Ignatius, no rookies in here, unfortunately. So we're just kind of going off what we can. So yeah. We'll see what happens. They'll probably add rookies, probably not till a week or two after the season ends, maybe a little bit longer. Mac Nasty, I think I hope for Watson can pivot to Dillon. That's what I would do personally. J-Dub's not a fan of injured running backs going into next season. I guess it depends on the price, You think Kyler Murray will be available start of season? I heard his injury takes 12 months. From what I've seen, he's supposed to be ready. So I'm semi-confident, yeah. I think he'll be okay. Tough pick here. I'm going to get my guy, though. I'm going to take Devonta Smith. I'm going to get him off the board. Brian Robinson, a good pick here. Some interesting running backs available right now. Herbie gone. Goodbye, Herbie fully loaded. Yeah, Thomas, everything I've read has indicated that Kyler should actually be ready. Going to have surgery on January 3rd. Now I'm reading, might not be back on the field until October. I had literally read last week that he should be ready by the beginning of next season. But I guess October is still technically the beginning of next season. So, yeah, don't quote me. I guess October is more realistic. Bryce, what's up, man? Rashad White, Fournette, Gabe Davis, or DJ Moore? I'd probably play DJ Moore, but I do think Rashad White could have a decent game this week. But I'd probably go DJ Moore. What do you think, Bryce? Yeah, David Blau going to be out there for the Cards. Is that better than McSorley? I still don't know. What's Trace's name? I'm so disrespectful. Trace McSorley. Oh, got it right. Okay. Pick 2, Kamara, Mixon, or B-Rob. I think you got to go Mixon, although that game could get really pass heavy. I think you got to stick with Mixon. You know? RB11 right now, double digits his last 3 games. I think you got to stick with them. Competitive game script against the Bills, a must-win game for both teams. So, I see points in that game, right? Kamara is interesting as well. You know, must-win game for the Eagles and the Saints. I could see a lot of involvement for Kamara, but Brian Robinson has a really good matchup. Really, really good matchup. So it's just tough. I mean, the Browns have been awful against the run, and it's a must-win game for Washington. So I could easily see any of these players outscoring each other. Make sure, trust your gut. Follow your own conviction here. I say Mixon for sure. I really like B-Rob this week, but I'm starting to kind of grow on Kamara. I just don't know how high that ceiling is. You know what I'm saying? Who are you leaning towards? I got to make a pick. I got to make a pick. This is tough. I feel like I say this is tough like 40 times a draft. There's some interesting players here. There's some good players here. You know? I'm going to go for an upside play here. I'm going to take Garrett Wilson. Go for some upside at receiver here. I feel like I've got solid running backs. Big upside at quarterback. But yeah, like Terry McLaurin was sitting there. There's 1 or 2 other receivers available that have had good years. I'm going to take the upside with Garrett Wilson, though. Yeah, I was really happy, Charlie, that we made big calls on Dalton Schultz this week. I mean, we were pretty confident Schultz, CD, Prescott, and Zeke. Zeke didn't have that great of a game, though. Prescott is really interesting right now. I mean, Prescott is throwing an interception like every other pass. Got a little bit banged up, too. So, like, it depends on your scoring format, but he had between 16 and 19 points. You know, it just depends on your scoring format. But, yeah. Second in the league in picks behind Carr, if I'm not mistaken. Carr, no, tied with Carr. They both have 14. I thought Carr had 15 for some reason. But you look at these one of these picks last night wasn't his fault, but still, I mean, you know, he's had an interception every game since week 8 except for week 11. He's got some fumbles in there, too. The Cowboys are, like, kind of bad, but good. They play really well against good opponents. They don't always show up against, like, bad opponents. I mean, I don't think the Titans are, like... the Titans have definitely kind of crumbled here. Like, they were, like, the far favorite to take that division, and obviously the Jags have stepped up, and the Titans' offensive play calling has been awful, and the defense just can't hold it together. They can't rely on their pass rush and their ability to stop the run because they can't stop pass, literally. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to count them out too much or discredit them too much, but they were not favored in this game. I mean, Derrick Henry's not out there, and Josh Dobbs is playing quarterback for crying out loud, you know? And the Cowboys just... I don't know. They're supposed to have a bigger performance last night, I feel like. Bobby, would you flex Akers, Chark, Hollywood, Dotson, or Algier? Good options here. I think Char could have a good week. I'm kind of out on Hollywood. Until Kyler's playing quarterback again, I think. But Akers, Dotson, Algier are all guys I really like this week. Really, really like them this week. I think more of the floor play is Akers or Algier. The upside lies with Dotson. You know, double digits his last 3 games. Must-win game for Washington. I might go Dotson there. But it's close. I like the 2 running backs, too. Who do you like? All right, I probably got to take my tight end here. Two guys I like a lot here. I'll go Schultz. He's coming off the big game, but I'm fine with Fearmouth there as well. Don't sleep on my boy Pat F. The GOAT. Darren Waller, big old question mark this or going into next season. I gotta take a look at the who in the world is available right now. What are you guys doing for New Year's? Anything fun? I will probably be hanging out with you guys, streaming for New Year's night tomorrow. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to build a queue here. I like that pick at 7.4 of Christian Watson, by the way. Foster. All right, let me get back to the chat. Sorry, guys. Talks accidentally auto-drafted Ingram. I thought it was actually a pretty decent pick at 5.5, you know. He's your tight end 5. I like Hawk over him, but not too bad of a pick. Stole my Devonta Smith pick. My bad, bro. Yeah, I almost tried to see if he would slide, but I was like, I'm going to take him right here. Tough calls there, Bryce. Trust your gut, man. Trust your gut. Yeah, I was definitely thinking of Watson this round as well. So it was a good pick by Foster. Agree, Ignatius. IDUB Underdog rankings are duty. Well, this is not Underdog. This is Sleeper. But where is Wilson, London, Olave, Watson? Well, Wilson went at 6.6. Olave at 7.2. Watson at 7.4. Where did London go? London might be available. Let's see. Tox was going to go Terry at 5.5. Okay. That worked out for you, man. Would you look at Rashad Penny late round when he's healthy as a beast? Maybe he'll get traded. Yeah, I talked about him during the last mock we did. He's an interesting selection. For sure. I think Walker's kind of the upside play, though. Don't you agree? Man, Pickens is who I really wanted this round. I think Pickens could have a big year next year. There's London. He's gone. Carr gets way too much hate for the Raiders being bad. Shout out to our boy Derek Carr. Yeah, Andrea, I agree. I think Dak's a little bit banged up for sure. I think Mike Vrabel is one of the best coaches in the league. The penalties aren't his fault. Yeah, and they need a better offensive coordinator for sure. For sure. All right, I got to make a pick. Second here. Man, I wanted Pacheco. Good pick. All right, I'm going for upside. I'm going to draft Hollywood for when Kyler's back. But until then, I'll be pretty worried. So one thing I really tried to focus on going into this year was where was upside at receiver throughout the draft, and what receivers could really improve going into the season. That's why I was so big on Devonta Smith. Looking at where you could get Mike Williams and T. Higgins. Guys that were being undervalued like DK Metcalf. Particular rookies, we were really high on Olave and Pickens pretty early. Dotson towards the end of the season when Dotson was kind of not being looked at. Christian Kirk was a guy we talked a lot about, Amon-Ra St. Brown we talked a lot about throughout the offseason as well. And, probably some wrong calls sprinkled in there somewhere too, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Poor Gabe Davis just out of the convo. Remember our boy Gabe? I just remember the month of August, there was not a name in the fantasy community that was hotter than Gabe Davis. All you could hear about was Gabe Davis on a consistent basis. Gabe Davis, there goes Gabe Davis at 8.12. Prescott gone. Taking a look at my my queue. Make sure you guys scroll down far. Find those diamonds in the rough. Alright, let me get back to the chat. Sorry, guys. Bobby, that's what I was thinking with Dotson's upside, but I like Akers 4. I guess B-Rob's in the mix. Yeah, B-Rob in the mix just purely based off the matchup against the Browns. And, I mean, he's been playing good as of late. He's not playing the Niners, so it's tough calls, but I think Dotson brings the upside there. Let's see. Dominic, Giants defense, Jags defense, or Chiefs? I like the Jags a lot. I think the Chiefs have a good opportunity, although the Texans have been playing okay. But I go the Giants against the Colts. I think you get the best opportunity for turnovers here. Tyler Lockett or Algier? I would probably trust Algier here. I'd probably go Algier. I gotta make myself smaller. There we go. You guys can see the draft board better now. Ed Hat PPR started CD Lamb. Alan Hawk. Yeah, definitely starting those guys. I need a running back. I need a receiver, running back, and a flex. Mixon, Monty, Sanders, Dillon, Algier, Metcalf. Ooh. Williams, Dotson, Dobbs, available, Sutton, Pickens, Chargers, or Jags D. I go the Jags defense over the Chargers. I think they have the better week. That's an easy call for you. But you got lots of good players here. You got to start Allen, got to start Hawk for sure, Ed. Lots and lots of good. I think I trust Mixon. We talked about this earlier. Just should be a high-scoring game. Should be a good game script. Both these teams are going to be doing whatever they can to win this game. I think you trust Mixon at the running back position. At receiver, part of me for receiver and flex wants to say Mike Williams and Dotson. But, it's really hard to just count Metcalf out, But he does face Sauce Gardner, And the Jets secondary in general has played well. Guys, if you own Metcalf, are you worried about him? Because and this is half PPR. So you could go running back at the flex here. And just start Dotson or Mike Williams at receiver. But it's just really hard to count a guy like Metcalf out. But I do think for Metcalf's value, he's a little bit better in full PPR this week. You know what I mean? So, since it's half PPR, I might go Mixon, Algier, or Dillon in the flex. And then at receiver, go for some upside. Go for Dotson or Mike Williams. What do you think? Small talks. Wow, I can't talk tonight. Small talks of Carr going to Seattle. No. I think everything right now is just pure speculation. Pure speculation. So don't get too worried. Yeah, Michael's back in the house. What's up, bro? How do you like the team that you got auto-drafted? Piecing it back together? Tony, what's up, bro? Which tight end, Waller, Conklin, or Fant? I don't trust Waller this week. The Niners have played really well against tight ends. You got Jared Stidham at quarterback. I just... There's nothing about it that I like, personally. Nothing about it. So, Fant has a good matchup. No, he doesn't. I'm sorry. Conklin has a good matchup in that same matchup. But I just don't know how high the ceiling is for Conklin this week. You know what I'm saying? Fant's had 9 or more fantasy points in 3 of his last 4 matchups. I think it's the Jets. Who are you leaning towards? I might go Conklin here, but I don't like it. You know? J-Dubs takes Trey Lance off the board. Fields or Herbert. If Watson doesn't play, should I start Akers or Lockett if he plays? Giants or Chiefs. Fields, take the upside. Herbert's been a mess. Give me Fields in the fantasy chip. Hopefully Watson plays for you. If he doesn't, I'd probably go Akers. You know, Lockett, not a great matchup. He probably won't see most of Sauce even if he plays. He always brings upside. Must-win game for Seattle. I could see Lockett popping, but I think I go Akers. I feel like it's safe right now. I think Akers is going to have a good week. It's a good matchup for him. So I probably go Akers here, bro. And I go the Giants defense. More opportunities for turnovers. Anywhere Carr goes, hopefully he actually wants them. It's clear or Las Vegas doesn't. Yeah. Tough breakup there. Talk, stop mentioning players on my queue. My bad. My B. My bad. Alright, I was not prepared for this pick at all. How much time do I have? Okay. Not a lot. Who do I want to draft? Who do I want to draft? 25 seconds. Oh gosh, it's just bad right now. All the players I was looking at are already gone. Screw it. Give me a second tight end. I guess. I need to build a queue. I'm probably going to come out of this draft with 3 running backs. I don't think I'm drafting another running back. Double tight end squad over here. I mean, Jacoby Myers is going to be a free agent next year. That could be interesting. Could be interesting. All right, let me run through the receivers list, build a queue. Oh my God, receivers are like done. Receivers are ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Randall Cobb is available. Sammy Watkins. Those would be the guys I would draft right now. Hunter Renfrow. 10.9. What a disappointing season. There's a player I talked a lot about in the offseason that was a bust. We talked about receiver value earlier. There's a player who I talked about a lot. Who I surprisingly didn't end up with in any of my drafts. Who was a complete disaster. I almost took Kyler Murray at 10.6. Almost. Then I didn't. But it almost happened. I almost went Jamal Williams. But he's not going to be a Lion next year. And I don't know what his fantasy value is like if he doesn't get the rock every time he's at the 1 yard line, you know? But he'll be a free agent next year, so I don't know if he'll be... He probably won't, realistically, won't be on the Lions next year. All right, I think my queue's as good as it's going to get. All right. Nick, would you go Cooper or Lockett? I take the chance on Lockett right there, man. I don't like Cooper at all this week, so I go Lockett. At least he has competitive game script. Tony, Giants or Eagles? Both are good plays. The Saints are aligned like the 6th most fantasy points opposing defenses, but I go the Giants. I think as the week has gone on, I really have grown on the Giants as a play this week. I think the Colts offer a lot of turnover opportunities. You know, I mean, the Chargers defense had 20 points against them. JT's going to IR. That's right. My bad. I was like, what is our offense even right now? Need to in PPR, Swift, Jones, Chark. Jones and Chark. Jones and Chark for sure. Michael with the updated YouTube username and look at the fresh little profile pic. Let's go. I went RB heavy tonight. I switched it up, and I actually like this team. We're a little shaky at receiver, but I think playing the waiver, it could really pay off. I think we'd be okay, actually. I was hoping Mooney would kind of fall out here, and I could get him at the end. So. Tony, it's a tough decision for sure, and a lot of those tight ends are like, you know, just so close in value that I think you go for the matchup with Conklin, but I just don't know if he has a very high ceiling, you know. Renfro could be the Raiders wide receiver one if Adams wants out due to this car situation, which could be possible. That's a good point. It's a good point. Co-center, I think Tony could break out next year the whole year with Mahomes. Yeah, I can't remember which receivers are going to be back next year and which ones aren't. Like I know Juju's supposed to be a free agent, right? So could be value there for sure. For sure. I'm going to take Zay Jones. Give me Zay Jones. I like the way this team turned out, even though I have 2 tight ends. I just kind of felt like Kmet and Kyler Murray were the best players on the board. Myers was kind of interesting there, too. Adam Thielen was interesting for me at that selection as well. And I looked at some kickers. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't going to do it, but I saw some kickers available. But no way I was doing that. Rondo Moore is a really underrated guy at solid value. I think especially with Kyler missing games potentially. I agree. I think that there's some good value for the Cardinals receivers going into next season. I think they'll be pretty undervalued with Kyler expected to miss the beginning of the year and this end of this season being pretty underwhelming for the Cardinals. So Hollywood's probably got good value, like got him at 8.6. You know, just don't forget, before he got hurt, before Kyler was hurt, I mean, Hollywood is playing very well overall. So the stretch was really, really good. Good chemistry between him and Kyler. So, but we'll see how the injury affects him, I guess. But yeah, I agree. Rondo Moore, I like 11.10, a pretty good value here for sure. When healthy, Moore has always been good, you know. But one of the big problems is keeping him on the field and everything and really figuring out the best way to utilize him. But Greg Dortch, I don't remember if Dortch will be on the team next year or not. It's not a nice thing to say. Those guys have feelings. Wait. What was that in reference to? Who did I cook? Receivers can't help that they're ugly. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't even that bad. I was just panicking. Why is Manny Wilkins projected to go higher than Geno Smith? Just not updated at all. Oh, I did say the receivers were ugly. My bad. Good call. Anyone take Mr. Unlimited? Who's Mr. Unlimited? Oh, Russell Wilson. I can't believe I Googled that. That's right. That's Russ. I don't know if Russ will be drafted this year. Oh, I gotta make a pick. There's a couple players available that I actually like, but I'm gonna take a chance on Alexander Madison because he'll be a free agent next year. And if not, at least he's a handcuff. You know. Tony, it's tough for sure, bro. Tight ends lately are pissing me off, man. J-Dubs, I'm playing waivers for quarterback. It can always work, man. It can always work. I mean, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Geno Smith, Jared Goff, Danny Dimes. It was actually a pretty decent year to stream the quarterback position, and a lot of people were forced to. Tua in some leagues at the beginning of the year, you know. But yeah. I mean, two guys I got either undrafted or drafted at the very end of your draft, depending on the size of your league. I mean, you got T-Law at number 5. You got Fields at number 6, you know. So, a lot of disappointment, a lot of injury at the position this year. And then what, Geno's number 7? Yeah. Yeah. Somehow, some way it happens every year, man. Dominic, pick 3, Monty, Hopkins, Williams, and Algier. I said Hopkins. Manny hasn't been on an NFL team for 3 years, but they must have not updated their board in a bit. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Uh-oh, Ghost Hunter. Justin Jackson's hurt, so it might be Swift and Jamal Williams. Williams got hurt last week, thinking of starting Swift over Jones. Yeah, pay attention to it. There could be some good opportunity there against the Browns for sure. I got to pick a player. All right, I'm going to pick a kicker or defense, but here's who's left on my board. Chupa Hubbard, Jeff Wilson, DJ Chark, Curtis Samuel, Samaje Perine. Still some good value out there. I'm going to take a defense. I will go with the Niners. Because they find a way to get it done. Foster staying true to his home team. Going with the Commanders. Might have to put a defense to take Manny Wilkins. All right, man. Nice little draft here, guys. This was fun, as always. Oh, I forgot to make myself smaller. Oops. I knew it was going to mess up the screen for a second. I've liked Zay Jones since late last year at the Oakland. Yeah, he played very well last year with them. He was like really productive leading up to the playoffs too. Godfather, I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence is my number 1 guy for Dynasty, but Talks might be getting on the T-Law 2023 MVP train early. Houston does have decent corners. They do. Their secondary's played actually surprisingly pretty well this season. Run defense is so bad, though. They've actually been pretty decent against opposing quarterbacks, too. All right, man. I totally forgot I was going to do an Underdog Pick'ems video for tomorrow, and I didn't do it. So I guess I'm not doing one this week. I'll take a look at the teams at the end, Marco. And let me see if I can scroll back up. Yeah, you definitely got to go Allen and Hawk. Yeah, this one, I bounce around a little bit with the question, Ed. Here, let me pick a kicker, then we'll be good, Bursky. I'll just pick Nick Folk. Who cares? But yeah, I think in half PPR you gravitate towards the running back position here. So I'd probably go Mixon and Algier. I think you got to go Mixon, but Algier or Dillon are fine. I think both are really solid starts in the flex. Receiver's tough because Metcalf will get sauce, you know, on the Jets and everything. So I don't know. I think it's a better game for Metcalf in PPR because if he doesn't score, could be looking at a little lower ceiling. So I might go Dotson or Mike Williams and take some upside at receiver, but I definitely start 2 of the running backs there. And for me, it's definitely Mixon. Algier versus Dillon is close, though. And I go with the Jags defense over the Chargers. Oh, man. That's right. You can stream Mike White, baby. All right. If you guys want me to take a look at your team, let me know here. And I'll take a look-see. I like my team tonight. I don't always have that much confidence in my team, but I like my team tonight. I think it turned out A-okay. There we are. There you have it. Another live 2023 fantasy football mock draft wrapped up with you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight and going through it, man. Always fun. Talks. I want you to look at mine so you get mad. 2 kickers. 2 kickers. 3 quarterbacks. Come on, man. All right, Emil's first here. Prescott and Brady. Andrews at tight end. Eckler, Jones, Fournette, Mostert. Good running backs here. Godwin, Pittman, Williams, Davis, McKenzie. Good receiver value. Tucker and the Ravens D. Yeah. Starting Prescott and Mandrews. Eckler, Jones. Godwin, Williams. And you're flexing some combination of Fournette, Pittman, Davis, Mostert, McKenzie. Looks good to me. Ravens defense and Justin Tucker. I guess the bigger question is like, where's Fournette going to be if he's with the Bucs? What does that look like? What does Godwin look like with the Bucs? But overall, definitely a good team from where things stand right now and going into the next season for sure. All right, let's see. Talks, okay. Hurts, Jackson, Geno. Ingram, Knox. Taylor, Chubb, Kamara. Good running back room. McLaurin, Burks, Thomas, Renfro. I mean, pretty good receiver value, all things considered. No defense, 2 kickers. Starting Hurts, Taylor and Chubb, McLaurin and Burks, flexing Kamara, starting Ingram. I mean, like, this team could work. Thomas is healthy and Renfro gets value if Adams is not there, like you were saying. Got a quarterback to trade beginning of the season. It's okay to have 2 tight ends, you know. And drop whichever kicker you want here. I mean, good value a kicker too in Bass and Dicker, you know. You got kicker 5 and you got Dicker on the rise. So it's a fine team. You psycho. All right, Ghost Hunter. T-Law, quarterback. Kittle and Njoku. Jacobs, B-Rob, Pacheco, Herbie. Good running back value here because Herbert's going to be a good value pick as the offseason progresses because there's a strong chance Monty isn't there next year because running backs just get moved on from quicker than before, and he'll be a free agent. Brown, Hopkins, Lockett, Tony Gallup. Good receiver value, man. Yeah. Starting T-Law and Kittle, Jacobs, B-Rob, Brown, Hopkins, flexing, Lockett, Pacheco, Herbert, Tony Gallup. Yeah, and Njoku, I guess. Bills defense and Brett Meyer. Great team, man. I like this team a lot, actually. I think it's a solid team head to toe. I like that squad. J-Dubs, what'd you do tonight? Every time I looked up, J-Dubs was like snagging a really good player. So, pretty much 0 quarterback tight end, which is okay. That's where you got a lot of value running back and receiver, though, you know. So let's say starting Jones, starting Lance, doesn't really matter. Starting one of the Saints tight ends, who have been fine this year, you know. I mean, Jawan Johnson's your tight end 14 in PPR, 7 in standard. Hill's your tight end 9 and 3 in standard. Then we got, okay. So we're starting one of those quarterbacks, one of those tight ends. Sure, that's fine. Starting Lamb and Hill. Starting Pierce and White or Akers or Dobbins. I mean, it's a good running back room, man. And if your flex just becomes one of those running backs or Pickens, London, or J-Mo. It's a good squad, man. It's an interesting team, interesting build. But Lamb and Hill gives you a ton of upside, and you still got really good running back value here. And 3, like, 2 stud veteran receivers, 3 stud rookie receivers, you know? So, streaming quarterback, probably streaming tight end, streaming kicker, but, like, all the upside right here, man. I like this squad. Interesting build. All right, Marco, what we do tonight, bro? Burrow and Hawk, really good value there. Love both those guys. We got Kupp, Ridley, Ayuk, DPJ, Moore, and Palmer. Pollard, Stevenson, Cook, Foreman. I mean, good value here. Running back room looks... I like the running back room a little bit more. I mean, I think Ridley holds a lot of upside, but I'm always tough on players in a circumstance like that. I kind of want to, like, see it happen as opposed to take the risk, you know what I mean? But he's in a really good position next year, obviously, and a very talented receiver. So you're starting Burrow and Hawk, Pollard and Stevenson, Kupp. Let's say Ayuk, and then flexing Ridley, Cook, DPJ, Foreman, Moore, Palmer. So Cowboys defense, Meyer as your kicker. It's a good squad. Yeah, I like this team, man. Good stuff. Foster, what'd you do, bro? Mahomes, nothing wrong there. Ertz is a good value at 8.9. As long as he doesn't retire or anything. Guess we'll see who the Cardinals quarterback is to start the season. Monty, Singletary, Gibson, Patterson, Penny. Little late round running back action. Good value with that considered. Chase and St. Brown is nice. Evans, Watson, Myers, Mechie. Good receiver value. So starting Mahomes, Ertz, Monty, Singletary. And though 2 of those guys could be on different teams next year, right? Chase, St. Brown, and Watson in the flex. Yeah. Good little team. I like it. Ed, thanks. Last week you helped me out. Won my semifinals. Let's go. Put up 122 points. Didn't need to start. Flex or a kicker. Let's go, bro. Let's get it. J-Dubs this year taught me to stream kicker. Yeah, don't stress about kicker. Tox, I know you would draft this team. I know you would. Andrea, what'd you do tonight? Tua, Fearmouth, Rogers, Cook, Connor, Dillon, Harris, Diggs, Higgins, Moore, Lazard, Moore. Got both the Moores. Bucks defense and Matt Gay. So starting Tua, hopefully. Starting Fearmouth, kind of late round quarterback tight end action. Good value before, and I would say after as well. But starting Cook and Connor, Diggs, and Higgins. Right there. Then your flex just becomes Dillon, Moore, Lazard, or Elijah Moore. Yeah. Got a second quarterback behind Tua. Bucks defense, Matt Gay, solid team. I really like this team, Andrew. Good value throughout this draft. Yeah, I like this team a lot. Gonna be a fun off season of mocks. I agree, Godfather, for sure. I probably should have clicked on teams to highlight them. Oh yeah, always forget to do that. J-Dubs, whoever starts for the Niners, I'm starting them. That's fine. Is this a 12, 14 team league y'all are doing now? It sounds like someone grabbed 2 QBs. Yeah, they're all 12 teamers. Except the Catch Fam Auction League. The Auction League was 10 teams, and we have a tournament of 4 teams that are 12 teams. But tonight's mock was 4. Ghost Hunter, this is the best mock I feel like I've had doing these so far. Don't feel like I've reached for anyone, and even if some players I wanted got taken before, I still like the ones I got. I thought it was a good draft by you, man, for sure. Yeah, Tony, I mean, Zay Jones brings the risk, brings the upside too. But if you go Swift, he's got a really good opportunity against the Bears for sure. Yeah, looking forward to the rookies getting out here, J-Dubs. Oh, I love ETN this week against Houston. Happy New Year's to you, Charlie. It was good to have you tonight, bro. For sure, man. For sure. Auction League was a blast this year, J-Dubs. Definitely, man. All right, I'll take a look at my squad real quick to finish things out. Went heavy running back here. Barkley, Mixon, Walker to start. Fields at quarterback, Smith, Wilson, Brown, Dotson, Jones at receiver. 2 tight ends and Schultz and Kmet. Madison is my late round running back. Niners defense, Nick Folk. I like this squad. Starting Fields, Barkley, Mixon, Schultz or Kmet at tight end. Devonta Smith, Garrett Wilson. Then in the flex, got Kenneth Walker, Hollywood, Dotson, or Zay Jones. Maybe Madison's on a new team and holds some value. I like this squad. So this is my favorite squad I've drafted. So, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for tonight's stream. Just hit over an hour, and we had some fun tonight. Talk some fantasy football. Got a good mock in, as you guys like to do on our Friday night streams. Good way to get the community together and touch base with everyone. Excuse me. So I got to work in the morning. I'm working on New Year's Eve. I volunteered too, so I'm good with that. But I'll be on tomorrow night for some fantasy Q&A. And we'll hang out for a little bit tomorrow night for a little New Year's special. Maybe I'll throw on some Madden again or something. We'll see. So, yeah. Ghost Hunter, peace out, bro. Andrea, have a good night. Thomas, great to have you tonight, man. J-Dub, Cinderella story for me so far, especially after trading AJ and Boyd for Fields, Smith, and Wilson. Was that in that was in wow, that was in the auction league. That's right. Hey, I'm rooting for you, bro. It's gonna be a good matchup for you guys. Godfather, take care, bro. We'll talk to you soon, man. Hope you have a good New Year's if I don't talk to you, man. If I don't talk to you guys, Happy New Year's to you guys. Marco, Happy New Year's to you, bro. Looking forward to seeing the growth on the channel. I appreciate that, man. Looking forward to having you as part of the community as we continue to grow, my guy. That's right, J-Dubs. I remember that trade now. That's right. All right, guys. There you have it. 2023 Fantasy Football Mock Draft in the books with you guys. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you guys for getting this put together with me and hanging out, talking fantasy, and participating in the draft. We'll do another one next Friday night. And that'll do it for tonight. So hit that like button on the way out. Hit that subscribe if you tuned in, you're new to the channel. Check out all the links down below. Join us on Discord. Follow us on Instagram. And let's get ready for championship weekend, baby. Ignatius will run another mock Friday night, but we'll do tons of these in the off season, like as soon as the Super Bowl's over. So plenty of time for you guys to mock. Don't worry. But thanks for hanging out tonight, man, for sure. Yeah, only Fridays for now, but yeah, for those of you guys who are new to the channel, we do this like all off season. So, after the Super Bowl ends, I'll take a little bit of a break, but we'll pick up pretty steadily. And we'll do this quite a bit. Don't worry. I feel like we do subscriber mock drafts more than any channel out there that I've seen. And when a lot of people are saying they're doing subscriber mock drafts and they're doing Underdog drafts, which I get. I'm sponsored by Underdog too. I get why people do that, but I like to have the option where if you guys want to do Underdog best ball drafts with me in the off season, we do those. But I know not everyone wants to play Underdog. Not everyone can play in their respective states, and not everyone wants to pay. So I feel like we do free subscriber mock drafts more than any channel I've seen for sure. So, but is what it is, bro. All right, guys. Love you guys, man. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Everyone have a great night. Have a great and happy New Year's if I don't talk to you guys. But I'll be on tomorrow night. Chill with you guys a bit and talk some Week 17 fantasy football. Maybe play some Madden. Maybe we'll get a little crazy for New Year's. I don't know. So, that'll do it. Everyone be safe, man. Have a great night and a great weekend. And good luck this weekend, championship weekend, if I don't talk to you guys. Happy New Year's if I don't talk to you guys. Love you guys, man. With that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here.